Is everybody ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the past 1A state volleyball champions, Queen Garden Panthers. Congratulations, ladies. Coach, make any opening comments you want to make, and then we'll open up the questions.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna let these girls talk. This is a great day. Yesterday was a great day. Being able to defeat Addison and be able to take this next step was huge for our program. And just so proud of not just this group, the whole group on creating an opportunity, and even more proud that they took advantage of the opportunity they created for themselves. That's kind of where we were at this time last year when Addison beat us in the semis down here. Somebody made a statement before we left this arena last year that can't wait till next year. So, you know, next year's staring us right in the eyes right now. We're proud.
Yes, Coach, please, we'll go back first hand up.
Matt, what does this title? Obviously, you guys have won state titles before, but not in volleyball. Or I guess you have, but not volleyball. What does this state title mean?
Honestly, I'd say it feels crazy. I mean, we've never been, nobody expected this, I'll say that. And I mean, to come out and to prove us and who we are, we've been this since we was little tots, as he says. So, I mean, we've worked so hard for this moment, every one of us, and everybody on the team, coaches, managers, everybody had a part of this.
Other question, Joe,
I mean, to Ricky and all the girls who play basketball, what does it mean to have win a state championship in another sport?
It feels just as good, Joe.
basketball's the other sport.
I mean, yeah, probably, I don't know. You know, this one does have something a little different because I've had to teach myself. Basketball, I had some coaches teach me a lot about the game, but I had to learn this sport myself. And yeah, it does have kind of a different feel, but not no more happier than any of them. They're almost, you know, feel great. But it does feel a little different just because I feel like this one had to come more from inner. You know, had to learn so much myself about this, and just lucky to have a bunch of girls who've been patient with me all this time. There's a lot of people attached to this championship other than on this team. We've had a lot of former players text me last night. And we've been here. They're part of this journey, and I reminded them of that. And somebody's had to knock this wall down, and some walls have been knocked down to allow us to do this. And this is just a group that wanted to hop on over.
You girls are just that.
Yeah.
I mean, I really just, being at state all together is just a surreal experience, and taking home the blue mat in a different sport other than basketball is definitely crazy for me. Just getting out of super regionals last year was honestly really awesome to do because I had been to super regionals, but I hadn't made it farther. And to be able to have teammates like this that'll help push me, and we really are family out here. I really just love the way they, like, I don't know, we connect good, and I really wouldn't have a ring without anyone else, I feel like.
Yeah, a couple years ago, Coach Out, we had a practice, and he said, there's players that are going to be top tier, they're going to win state championships, and you're here, you're average, and basketball girls always were, they had that ring, and I knew the sport, I want to get the ring too, and I knew this group was the one to do it.
What do y'all suggest?
I mean, nobody on this group did it by themselves, I will say that. I mean, only we really know behind the scenes of the hard work and everything we did at practice. I mean, we've had some good practices, and I'll tell you, we had bad ones. And I think, you know, the bad ones are what put us here with bringing the blue mat home. And, you know, all the hard work everybody put in, I mean, those shortcuts are taking us pretty hard.
Yeah, like she said, everything really just happens behind the scenes in our practices. Like at the beginning of this year, after one of our games, we completely just started from scratch and redid everything. And so we've had to really work together. It's a process, and we couldn't do it without each other.
Other questions? I think you was next.
Coach, a lot of people don't know, man, your girls do the exact same workouts as your guys. You know, I've been out there and seen it firsthand. Talk about that, just how much sweat equity you guys have in this championship and your others.
They work just as hard as the football team does, and they're in the weight room, no problem, the same amount of time, same thing on the court, conditioning, some workouts running up down the bleachers. And so, yeah, there's a lot behind that nobody ever understands. And, you know, just trying to follow up with Joe and then what some of these girls are trying to say. Just because this is volleyball, we've had a lot of sense in basketball. There's no basketball practice been going on. A lot of people think that we might practice basketball during volleyball season, but these girls are at a point they know that we don't want volleyball around during basketball season. I can't do that. This has been a mission, and so the whole process has been just as hardcore as basketball or any other sport. The summer workouts geared for volleyball, jump rope geared for volleyball. And it's been that way until this day. Basketball practice will start next week, but it's the same hard work. And these girls know where shortcuts are taken, and I can't take one. They hold me accountable.
A few more questions. Go to Josh and go to Mark and then we'll go to
For any of you guys, in the second set, you're down 24-21. You were able to win 5 points in a row and win that. How was you able to do that?
Well, ever since the beginning of the season, I mean, we've been down even worse against, big teams. I mean, we played Brewer, it was down maybe 12-2. We came back. I mean, we're not going to quit. You know, nobody on this team is going to quit. So, I mean, we've always been known to fight through everything. And, I mean, that's how we do it.
Mark had a question. Go on over here and go ahead and wrap up this.
Well, I was just gonna go back to that question. The way we fight, we got shirts now. Say it. We got Garden Grit and
Garden Grit.
Garden Grit.
For the for the players except for Avery, could the three of you talk about what Avery means to you as your setter and kind of the quarterback of your offense?
You can't do most of volleyball without a setter, and by most I mean majority of it. And it's like she's where she needs to be all of the time. And she, at the beginning of the season, we were definitely targeting her at practice and hitting her pretty hard, making sure she can get in the hole quick enough to get some balls up. And she definitely has done that the past few games really well. And I'm glad that she has.
Yeah, if Avery's off, the whole team's off. So she's not ever good.
Yeah. The setter is the quarterback. And what would you do without her? And what would you do without that person who has such a big role like her, and she does a great job in everything she does?
And Avery, could you describe what it's like to hear your teammates say such nice things about you?
Well, most of the time they're the ones that make me look good. So without them, it wouldn't really work.
Another question over here.
Chloe, for you, just coming into this program, and they're all just such a tight-knit group. You came in and just kind of found a spot. I just fell in love with the group. Just talk about what it means to take that journey to a new program and now be at the top.
I think they definitely made me go to a different level when I'm playing, and we're always picking each other up. They haven't turned their back on me once, and I really trust them a lot. And there's times where I'll catch myself coming off a block trying to get a tip up, and my back row will come up to me and be like, "Hey, we're there. You can let us have that." And I'll have to remind myself to back off, and they're there. So I just love these girls.
Two more questions. Joe and then Max will finish it.
Ricky, last night you touched on the sense that history might be repeating itself. I take it you probably feel more strongly about that today.
Well, I got a little nervous after I made that statement. I've had that feeling this much because of the overlap with the basketball girls and the success they've had and comparing them to the 07 team. It's, I can't really say anything other than this is just an unbelievable group that's come through at a good time. And I'm glad my path has crossed with their path. And, I'm just riding with the guys. These guys are. I show up, and I've asked them, Joe, at the beginning of the season, let me worry about X's and O's and hard practices and all that. Y'all be great teammates for each other. Day one, that's what we talked about. Y'all be good teammates. Y'all take care of each other on and off the court. And there's a whole lot of things that go along with that. And I think they did a great job of that. That even enriched our togetherness. And that's what I felt back in 07. So that team had an unbelievable chemistry. Really, all of those girls, a lot of those girls are here today. If they weren't, they've already texted me today. And I think that connection that they feel also is there as well. And yeah, it does have a little bit. You're trying to put pressure on us for basketball now, Joe?
We got one more question, because other things you're ready to go, and y'all ready to cut something, okay?
On the topic of basketball, I know you said you haven't practiced yet, but obviously the season officially starts today. I know you guys are playing today, but what is the process of getting this team ready for basketball to go defend that title?
You want me to answer?
Yeah, anyone.
We're going to enjoy this for a little bit, and then I've been here before with a group like this, and it's something that you got to ease into it. You can't jump in and just hook. They're tired. I mean, it's a good tired, and you can go a long way off that. But they physically, mentally got to. Here's how I had the first group. I waited until I sensed at practice when they wanted more. When they wanted more, that's when I give them more. But that's when, if it's 3 days, 3 weeks, and that's how I'll handle that.
We're gonna give you some more celebration.
Right.